Head of the United Nations World Tourism Organization, UNWTO, Talib Rifai, is backtracking on his statement in which he called for an end to the all-inclusive hotel concept in communities in need of development, saying he may have been a bit dramatic in his utterances. In a hastily called press briefing at the United Nations Global Tourism Conference in Montego Bay, Mr. Rifai told journalists that he was disappointed with the coverage given to comments he made at the opening ceremony. TVJ's Rifai Franklin has his primetime news follow-up.
During his presentation Tuesday at the Global Tourism Conference in Montego Bay, St. James, this is what the Secretary General of the United Nations World Tourism Organization, UNWTO, Talib Rifai, said as he critiqued the all-inclusive hotel model which dominates the tourism landscape in Jamaica.
We have to continue to lower the walls between the host community and the visitors. We cannot let our visitors live in bubbles. That is not acceptable anymore.
Fast forward to Wednesday, a hastily called press briefing to address the comments suggests the media coverage of his sentiments rattled feathers. The UNWTO Secretary General appeared to now be singing from a different hymn sheet, saying the media were a bit unfair in the coverage.
What I was trying to do by dramatizing this, maybe the use of the word may have been a bit too dramatic, but what I intended to do is alert the owners and the private sector to the fact that now, after the successes that they have done, they need to now move it into a higher stage of development. But that was interpreted, unfortunately, in some of these articles by me attacking the existing model.
In the meantime, in responding to the criticism that the all-inclusive concept isn't really helping the broader mass of people in resort areas, Tourism Minister Ed Bartlett was adamant that the all-inclusive concept is serving Jamaica well.
But new models are emerging that are creating new opportunities for growth and for involvement, and so broaden the base of ownership in the tourism space in Jamaica. And I'm excited about that.
Mr. Bartlett argues that Jamaica is not unduly concerned about the business model that has been utilized to grow the tourism sector.
We suffered in the past with a perception of safety and security. And the all-inclusive model was a godsend to relieve us of that situation.
Meanwhile, Chairman of the Tourism Enhancement Fund, TEF Godfrey Dar, responding to TVJ after the press conference, said if it were not for the all-inclusive concept, Jamaica would not have tourism. He said its development was due to the conditions existing and which continue to exist in the country, but he admitted it may not be the best model.
Jamaica benefits from all-inclusive. Communities do not benefit the way they ordinarily would if it were EP properties, which is non-all-inclusive. But it's a matter of how do you balance them.
Rifai Franklin, TVJ News.